Well, Corpus Christi Animal Control is still working around the clock to rehabilitate cats and dogs, hoping to help them find a forever home. Our Stephen Cavazos tells us about the effort needed from the community to give these animals a brighter future.
It's not an animal control issue. It's not a city issue. It's a whole community.
It's a sound that some have become used to. Both canines and felines searching for a companion.
We need to keep the public safe. And then second to that is, keeping these animals safe.
Animal Control has made it their mission to remove cats and dogs from the streets of Corpus Christi, some faced with cruelty or neglect. And it's a job that never ends.
7 days a week, I've got staff here that comes in at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've got 19 animal control officers that are constantly out in the field.
With 90 kennels, space at the shelter can become limited, with dogs arriving daily.
They could be filled up at any given moment. It can change, it can spin on a dime.
And with the lack of space and other factors, euthanization becomes a sad reality, something Gillis and his staff struggle with every day.
We're providing some relief, if you will, for the animal. It's not an outcome we're looking for, so we walk that line.
Gillis says adoption is easy, but saving lives takes a little more effort.
We need to just pay attention to how we're caring for the community's companion animals. It's going to take a community to get through this.
Stephen Cavazos, 3 News.